Is that for one of these women, or is the dog under the table?
I think it's clearly it's for both of them. Those are some women. You know what I mean? There's girls and there's women. And those are women. There's no doubt about that.
I have no doubt.
You disagree?
I have no doubt that both of these women are taller and stronger than you.
Stronger, I hope.
I'll be honest with you.
Easy now. Easy. I got the sweatpants on, Angel. Easy does it now. But yeah, both these women are just absolutely beautiful.
Okay. Next up, at UFC Sao Paulo, we have Eduarda Moura taking on Montserrat Ruiz. Eduarda Moura, undefeated. She's 9-0 with 8 career stoppages. She's taking on Montserrat Ruiz, 10-3 overall. 2-3 in her last 5, and she is riding an unfortunate 2-fight skid. We've broken down Montserrat a few times. She is a national wrestling champion. She loves to come forward. She loves to wrestle. Once she gets the takedowns, she is going to throw a whole bunch of strikes. She is going to maintain that control. But while she is a very accomplished wrestler, as I mentioned, national wrestling champion, she doesn't have the best takedown defense. She can be taken down. Her striking's not great as well. She's pretty hittable. So now we have somebody who's a very good offensive wrestler, but does get hit, doesn't defend takedowns as well as she should, and she is coming off that TKO loss to Jacqueline Amorim, where you're going to look at the stats, you're going to see that she got a takedown, but she really caught a kick and then worked it from there. She's taking on UFC newcomer Eduarda Moura. She's a grappler herself. She's got solid takedowns, good submissions. She's aggressive with her grappling, and she wastes absolutely no time coming across the cage, initiating a takedown, and then just working from there. Her striking is sloppy, but like a lot of these other grapple-heavy fighters, it's just bombs to try to close that distance and get it to the ground. She is coming off a Contender Series win back in August. I am going to pick Eduarda Moura here, right? Pretty confident in her to get it done. The opening at minus 750 is a little crazy. The current minus 500 is a lot. She is a UFC debut. She only has 9 fights. She is fighting a national wrestling champion. Yes, Montserrat has shown us that she can be hit, she can be finished, she can be taken down herself. But she does have the wrestling credentials, and if somehow she comes forward, has some success wrestling, we don't know how an undefeated UFC newcomer is going to respond to that. So I do think Eduarda is going to win. Montserrat has proven to not be the most durable fighter in the world. You know, she's coming off a loss after 2 years away, and there's a lot of random factors there, but I am not going to spend minus 500 on a women's UFC debut who hasn't been proven, who's fighting a national wrestling champion. What do you think, Jakey boy?
Yeah, I like Ruiz. I mean, she is a tough girl. There is no doubt about that. I know that she has been finished, but as far as like durability, I mean, she was getting beat on by Jacqueline a lot in that fight, but always is trying to work through positions. I believe I might have picked her in like every single fight she's had, to be honest with you. Maybe not an Amorim, but I think the other two, definitely. I was pretty high on her against Cheyenne. She was a big underdog, came in, looked great, those headlock takedowns. When she does get top position, she is a dangerous fighter. She knows what she's doing on the ground. I know that she's kind of been out grappled. It looks like she's clueless, but I promise you she does know what she's doing on the ground. And if she gets on top, she knows how to kind of control positions. The issue is, and I think the biggest issue, not the biggest issue in this fight, but a big issue for this fight is she's pretty undersized. I mean, she probably should be an atomweight 105er. She's fighting at 115, and a lot of these girls are just kind of out-muscling her in these positions. Even when she was on top versus Jacqueline, I mean, the ease at which Jacqueline was able to sweep her straight into like a full mount position. I know it was later in the fight, but that's very concerning because Eduarda Moura is basically Jacqueline, but she doesn't really care about like the high level jiu-jitsu as much. She's a little bit nastier. I mean, she is Jacqueline, but when she gets on top, she's looking for elbows. She's looking for strikes, which will open up for the submission. So I actually think that this is almost a more dangerous fight for Montserrat because if Moura is on top of her, Ruiz is fighting to get up. When you're fighting to get up, that's where mistakes happen. And I think Moura is more than capable of finishing this fight. I like Ruiz. You know, maybe because it's UFC debut, she tires her out in the first round, gets a takedown early second round, was able to steal rounds, but it's going to be tough no matter what. So I'm going with Eduarda here, and I'm pretty confident in it.
There you go. Yeah, I'm confident as well. Are you going to spend the 500 though? You hear that stupid dog? And Tiffany's just hanging out, watching the World Series. Maybe get the dog. Maybe get the dog.
You wanted that fucking dog. What are you doing?
I didn't.
No, I'm saying her. Like you're sitting, sitting there on the couch. That's when you're supposed to. The whole point of having a dog is it's right now. You're watching TV. The dog's laying next to you. You're looking at the dog. You're petting the dog. It lowers the blood pressure. I mean, that's why you guys got the dog to lower your blood pressure.
I should have a sandwich in one hand.
A sandwich?
She should be ironing my work clothes for tomorrow and taking care of that dog. Meanwhile, I'm here.
This is
working. I'm at work.
This randomly turned into a misogynistic little rant there.
Well, you know, I'm sick of it. Could use a sandwich, frankly, and need my work clothes ironed for tomorrow. Anyway, we're both on the same side here. Do you think I have to go to Dallas for a meeting? I'm being serious about that. And it's my daughter's birthday tomorrow, and it's Halloween. So I got to wake up at 5 a.m., run out, get stuff for, like, you know, good morning, happy birthday.
What are you going as? Jared's before picture.
I should just go
holding a pair of skinny jeans. Do you want me to give you a pair of my jeans? So it'd be like, this is the goal.
This is where I want to be.
As you stuff your fucking face some more.
These are carrot bites.
I bet they are. Cotton candy carrots or something like that.
I'm not spending $9,400 in DraftKings, are you?
I think I might.
All right. It's quite a bit of confidence. Man, if you want to see how confident he is and if he put his money where his mouth is with some of his bets, WeWantPicks.com. Click Become a Member. And it's not just me and Jakey Boy. We just added the MMA Minute. We got
my God. It's a second fight.
What's your problem?
I just didn't want to hear that whole spiel again, I'll be honest with you. Like the stream.
And these are nerd clusters.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Nerds might have had the biggest glow up of any candy on the planet.
Could you imagine if I was sitting here just smacking on food, how upset you'd be?
You burped into the microphone last time and pretty much just said you don't give a shit about anything anymore.
Become a premium member.